In this video, we'll be looking at surd. Surd is the mathematics of root of numbers or elements. For example, when we have root 3, root x, etc. And surd can be simplified by some rules. So let's look at the rules in which surds can be simplified. Number 1 is addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction rule. Addition and subtraction rule deal with the combination of roots of similar numbers or elements. For example, if we have root 2 and root 3 root 2, or we have root y and 4 root y. Now let's take for example, let's call this one number 1. If we have root 2 plus 5 root 2, if you look at this root 2 plus 5 root 2, we can see that they are like terms, because this irrational number is 2, this one also is 2, just like when we're having x plus 5s. If you look at root 2, the coefficient of root 2 here is 1, which can be 1 root 2 plus 5 root 2. So if you now look at it, 1 plus 5, it will give us 6, since root 2 is common. So this will give us 6 root 2. So this is how to simplify the addition of surd. Let's look at another one. Let's call it number 2. Maybe we have 4 root s minus root y plus 3 root s. If you look at it, this will give us this. If you look at 4 root s and 3 root s, they are like terms, which can be written as 4 root s plus 3 root s minus root y. If we now look at the like terms, this will give us 7 root s minus root y. Then let's look at another one. Let's call it example 3 on addition and subtraction rule. If we have root 5 plus 2 root 6 minus 2 root 5. So when we are dealing with something like this, we need to look at the like terms. If you look at, this is the element that has root 5. This is another one that has root 5, but this one is root 6. It means these two are like terms, which can be written as 3 root 5 minus 2 root 5 plus 2 root 6. This will give us 3 minus 2 here will give us 1 root 5 plus 2 root 6. So this we have root 5 plus 2 root 6. Now if you look at this surd, root 5 and root 6 are irrational number which are not the same. So when we are solving problem in surd and we come across something like this is our answer. We can't proceed again because we can't add root 5 and root 6 under the rule of addition or subtraction. Then the next rule, number 2. Number 2 is that of multiplication. Multiplication rule. In multiplication rule, it deals with roots of similar or different numbers. Root of similar or different numbers. Now let's look at this. If we have root A multiplied by root B, if you look at root A multiplied by root B, root A and root B are not the same. They are different numbers or different elements. So under this rule, this one can be simplified as A, which is A multiplied by B, which will give us root AB. Now, for example, if we have root 2 multiplied by root 3, if you look at root 2 and root 3, they are not the same. They are different irrational numbers or surd. So we have it root 2 multiplied by 3, so that will give us root 6. So when you come across this under multiplication rule, this is how we are going to simplify it. Now take note of this. Take note of this rule. This is vice versa. It is vice versa. That is, this is also equal to this when we are simplifying. So let's look at another one. This is under different numbers or different elements. Let's look at it under the same or similar element or number. When we have root A multiplied by root A, you can see root A and root A, they are similar numbers. Let's follow the first step, which will give us root A multiplied by A. So we are going to have square root A raised to the power 2. Square root A raised to the power 2 can also be written as A or root A, everything raised to the power 2. From our indices, this will remove this. So we are going to have A. So what we are trying to say is that when the same root of number multiplying each other is going to give us the number. For example, let's look at this. If we have two similar roots of numbers multiplying each other, so this is going to give us square root 2 times 2, which is going to be square root 4, and root 4 is going to be 2. If you look at it, this is 2. So when you are having the same number, it's going to give us similar. So when we are solving problem, we don't need to be simplified as long as this. You can see when we are having similar root of number multiplying each other, it will give us the number. So this is the first and second rule under simplification or surd. In our next video, we'll be looking at the next rule, which is division and rationalization. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and join us in the next video. Thanks for watching.